Welcome everybody to Chefoberboss, and this is my translated tutorial how to build imperial walls. The original video is in German language and now I will re-speak it in English language and I hope you will enjoy it. If you want to build your own imperial wall like this, then you should watch the following video. I used hard foam for this tutorial, and of course you can use it for Warhammer 40k or other tabletop games. Okay, let's start with the materials you need for this tutorial. You need hard foam. The diameter of the hard foam should be about 4 centimeters in order that the finished wall look like a massive imperial wall. Furthermore, the wall will stand on its own and you do not need any reinforcements. I used a hard foam piece with a width of 29 centimeters. Of course, you can use a smaller piece or a larger piece, just like you want. Furthermore, you need smaller pieces of hard foam with a diameter of 1.5 centimeters and a width of 2 centimeters. These will be used as pillars for the walls. To apply the hard foam together, I use wood glue. This glue needs a little bit time to dry, but it will not affect the hard foam. You can cut the hard foam with a normal cutter, or you can use a hot wire. Furthermore, I recommend a steel ruler for cutting the hard foam, and of course for measurements. After building the walls, we will paint it with some tinting paint, then wash it with some black wash. I mixed it on my own, and afterwards we will dry brush with some acrylic paints. But I will show this in another separate video. My standard imperial wall consists of just these materials, but if you like to pimp your wall, you just need some tubes or other waste you have at home, like this nice cap from a normal smoothie drink. For the waste pipes, you just need some small drinking tubes you have at home. For the destroyed parts of the imperial wall, you just need some pieces of your plastic spruce, and these pieces will be just sticked in the edges of the destroyed walls. Both sections of the imperial wall placed together will look amazing on your battlefield. Let's start building the basic part of the wall. We take the hard foam piece of the 29 centimeters and measure 12 centimeters for the height of the wall. Just mark it with a normal pen on the hard foam. After this, it should look like this. And we should have a hard foam piece which is 29 centimeters long and 12 centimeters high. You can cut this piece with a normal cutter, but you have to be very careful. A more efficient and a more safer method is using a hot wire like the one I used. It's a table hot wire from Proxon. We take our hard foam piece and then we have to fix the steel guide on the side of the Proxon. Now we carefully push the hard foam piece slowly forward, and you have to do this in a slow, steady speed. Don't be too fast or too slow, because this will affect the hard foam and maybe spoil the whole wall. I recommend that your workplace should be good ventilated, because there will be some fumes during the cutting. Repeat this many times and then you have enough pieces for your imperial walls. In the next step we will cut our pillars for the walls, and these pillars should be 8 centimeters high. Just mark it with a pen and then fix your steel guide at the side. You should use both hands for the small pieces and then repeat it many times, because we need 4 pillars per wall section. 2 at the front and 2 at the back of the wall. I made 6 pieces and all the same height in just a few seconds. Now we want to slope the pillars on one side, and therefore we have to refix the hot wire like this. Now we take our pillars with the 2 centimeters on one side and then slowly push it forward through the hot wire. We then have a nice sloped edge of the pillar. Repeat this many times and then you have many sloped pillars in the same height. Of course you can do this with a normal cutter as well, but this will be much more work to do it precisely. Now we will fix the pillars on the wall segments, and we need 3 pillars on one side on one piece, and to have the same distance between the pillars on 2 pieces, we have to create a middle piece with only 2 pillars. Now we take the first part of the wall with 3 pillars, and the first pillar should be 1.5 centimeters from the edge of the wall, and the width of the pillar is 2 centimeters, and I mark everything with a normal pen. The second pillar in the middle should be there should be a space of 10 centimeters. Then we have the 2 centimeters of the pillar, and the last pillar on the right side should be 10 centimeters away from the middle pillar, and 2 centimeters for the pillar and 1.5 centimeters to the corner. Now we take the second part of the wall, the middle segment, and there we mark the first pillar with a space from the left corner of 7.5 centimeters, and then we take a space of 10 centimeters and mark the second pillar, and to the edge of the right corner it should be 7.5 centimeters as well. We then have the original space between the 2 pillars of 10 centimeters in the middle of the wall, and a space of nearly, we have 9 centimeters to the pillar of the first wall. That's not the original space, but it's fine. I marked this on both sides of the wall so that we have the same space between every pillar. Before we carry on building the wall, it's time to get some structure into the wall segment because it's too flat. You can now take a piece of alu paper and crumple it and then get over the wall. But I have a very nice table which is not flat, and therefore I press the wall segment with high pressure on the table, and then I have a nice structure on the wall. To get more structure on the wall segment, you just have to press the wall segment in different directions on the table with different pressure, and then it's very nice. And of course you can do this with the top side of the wall as well, and it's a very nice natural structure. After this you can cut with a normal cutter some more lethal damage into the wall segment, just as you like. So that's damage from normal shells or heavy ordnance. If you're pleased with the structure of the wall, then you glue the pillars onto the wall segment with normal wood glue, and just have to press it on the wall segment and then adjust the pillar. And of course you do this on both sides of the wall. After the normal segments of the wall, we now build some broken walls, and we use a normal 29 centimeter wall segment, and we build one with 11 centimeters and the other one with 18 centimeters. And then you have a very highly modular wall segment, which you can place everywhere on the table. The wall can end on the edge of the table on one side, and on the other side you can just place a broken segment of the wall, and yeah, then it's very fine. And of course you can do like this. This would be a breach into the wall. This will look very nice on the battlefield, and you can go through with a tank or with some infantry or whatever. To build these two broken parts, we just take the normal segment of 29 centimeters and then mark 18 centimeters. This will be our two parts, 18 centimeters and 11 centimeters. And now we sign in the broken parts with a normal pen into the hard foam, and you can do every shape you want. Now we cut both pieces with a normal cutter. Just do it several times to get a clean cut. Then you can just take it and break it. Then you have two nice parts. Now you cut the edges of the broken part elements with a normal cutter and break it. And then you can destroy the broken wall segments with a normal cutter at your own will. But please be very careful with the cutter, because if you do this like this, the cutter blade may break very easily. And of course you can use your normal hands and just rip away the hard foam. When you're finished with the broken parts of the wall, then you have a lot of hard foam rubbish, and yeah, the part looks very natural. And on the second part I even cut some more damage on the wall. We add some structure to the broken part elements as well, and then we glue on the pillars, and on this broken segment we only have very small damaged pillars, of course. Then we take some parts from a plastic sprue and sharpen these with a normal cutter. Then we stick these plastic parts as iron poles into the hard foam and fix it with normal glue. Now it's time to add some more stuff to the walls, like tubes or pipes. And this is a normal cap from a soft drink, and I just screwed it with high pressure into the hard foam. We take a normal plastic tube and cut it with the normal cutter. Then we shape the plastic tube with a cutter and then screw it into the hard foam and use it as a drain pipe. To fix it, you can just use a little bit of wooden glue. With a hard foam cutter, it's very easy to cut the wall segments in different angles, and using the walls with different angles, you can just put it on the table where you want, and it's very modular then. And this is just an example how to build a gate into the wall segment. I have some glass doors which are magnetized, and therefore they will just stay together, and that's very, very nice looking. The next step is to base coat the wall segment with a gray dispersion paint you normally use for your wallpaper at home. After the base coat is dry, you can wash it with a self-mixed wash out of black color and a lot of water. After the wash has dried, we take some light gray acrylic color and we dry brush the whole wall segment with this color. The dry brushing should be done with quite a lot of pressure, and there you can see that the structure in the wall will come out very properly. I've base coated every metal part with a black color and now dry brush everything with a silver color like Citadel chainmail or gunmetal from Army Painter. The next step is doing some weathering with Citadel toothless corrosion, and I've just painted some metal parts with the toothless corrosion paint. After the toothless corrosion paint has been dried, We dry brush some of these parts with Rusa Rust, and this will be a very nice rust effect. For the drain pipe I've just used Citadel Nurgle's Rot, which comes out very shiny. If you like, you can of course add some additional signs with an airbrush and maybe white color, as I did here, and yeah, that makes the appearance of the walls more realistic. The last step is to seal everything with a purity seal, for example from Citadel, or the anti-shine from Army Painter. I sealed it with a matte varnish which I bought in a normal do-it-yourself store. Yeah, congratulations, you have now finished the Imperial wall, and you can build out of these modular different wall segments a huge wall on the table. The walls are a nice line of sight blockers in your Warhammer 40k game or other games, and you can easily swap different types of wall segments against, for example, the broken parts, and therefore have a gap in the wall where you can drive through with a tank, or go through with your infantry, and yeah, that's very modular. By adding more terrain to the table, like ruins or containers, it looks even better, and yeah, this is now a very large fortification of a ruined city. I've played a lot of Warhammer 40k games with these walls so far, and I must say they are very good line of sight blockers, and because they are modular, no battlefield terrain is the same as in your last game. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you give a like and your feedback, and please send me some pictures of your modular Imperial walls. And that's it. More videos will follow, and all the best, Chefoberboss.